What is going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey, and there is a reason that you can only see the top of my head right now. Well, actually, you can only see my hat. You can't even see the top of my head. I guess a little bit of my ear. But, are you ready for the big reveal? I can't hear you. You ready? Okay. That's right. I shaved. It's been getting warmer, and it was just time. I'd let the beard grow out since about October. Honestly, probably by the time I started making videos again. Somewhere around there is when I started letting it grow out, and I didn't touch it for a very long time. A little bit of trimming here and there, but for the most part, just let it grow out. And now I decided to shave it, and I'm going to keep the mustache for who knows how long. I've had a mustache before, not, I don't think, in videos, maybe a couple years ago, but I don't know if the mustache looked as good back then. I don't hate it. I don't know if I'll keep it super long term. The girlfriend doesn't hate it either. So yeah, that's what we're doing. This is not a viewer suggestion deck today. This is a deck that I have thrown together because I wanted to play this. I played it a while ago, but it was one of my classic blunders where my mic just wasn't working, so I had to actually delete the video or make it private. But yeah, you're not here for my beard talk or me. You're here for YuGiOh. Well, maybe you're here for me. Hopefully you're here for me. Maybe some YuGiOh as well. Regardless, this deck is a meme deck, one of my favorite meme decks just because it's very funny. I mean, anytime I can use Chusuke the Mouse Fighter, like the little mouse Bruce Lee, yeah, gotta use it. Preferably Chusuke the Mouse Fighter over Monk Fighter, not Master Monk, even though Master Monk is the card depicted on really the feature card. The only reason you would use Chusuke the Mouse Fighter or Master Monk, keep saying Master, Monk Fighter in a deck, is because of this card here, Lone Wolf. If you're not familiar, which you may not be, just because it's not a very common card, it is, reads, activate only if the one and only monster on your side of the field is Chusuke the Mouse Fighter, Monk Fighter, or Master Monk. So obviously we have Monk Fighter and Chusuke, no Master Monk because we just don't need it. That monster cannot be destroyed as a result of battle and is unaffected by any of your opponent's monster effects. So it can still get destroyed by like Mirror Force, which we won't be attacking, but Torrential Tribute, Regeki Break, things like that. Obviously, Lone Wolf itself can get destroyed, which is why we have things like Magic Jammer and Solemn Judgment and Fake Trap. But the idea is to basically put a Monk Fighter or Chusuke on the field, using Giant Rat also to help tutor to them, and then equip it with Lone Wolf. Not really equip, but use Lone Wolf, or maybe Heart of Clearwater on a Chusuke, which then you can just swap it to defense and sit on it that way. Heart of Clearwater, if the equipped monster's attack is 1300 or higher, which unfortunately Monk Fighter is 1300, but Chusuke is 12. So equip it to Chusuke. If it's 1300 or higher, the card is destroyed. Not the card, not the monster, but Heart of Clearwater is destroyed. The monster equipped with this card is not destroyed as a result of battle or by the effect of a card that targets the monster. So that protects it from Regeki Break, things like that, but it doesn't protect it from a Chaos Sorcerer or targeting monster effects. But the idea, if you guys haven't been able to figure it out from the deck already, is basically equip with Lone Wolf or Heart of Clearwater, use Final Countdown, use Skill Drain, Solemns, and all that to protect the back row, but Skill Drain just kind of turns off some monster effects that could potentially give you a hard time, and just stall. I'm really not going to go further into it because you guys can see the deck. We're just going to go right into the GOAT format ladder and join the pool. Click this button for your viewing pleasure, and hope that you are having a fantastic day. If you are not having a fantastic day, well then maybe you should stop watching my video and go make it a fantastic day. And then you can come back and watch me very likely lose with Chusuke the Mouse Fighter. But if I get a win with Chusuke the Mouse Fighter, then you have to subscribe and you have to like the video, share it with everyone. I'm trying to get to 1 billion subscribers. You know, only have to do what I did, 10,000 more times? We're a little over 1,000 now, so like a whole lot more, and then we can get at 1 billion. And I know we can do it, but you guys have to share with everyone you know, and just tell them to. I don't care if they like YuGiOh. I don't care if they know what YuGiOh is. I don't care if they're dead. Just tell them to subscribe. Go find every account that you've ever made, subscribe to my channel right now. Alright, my opponent opens up with Thunder Dragon. We have Skill Drain, Upstart, Chusuke, Final Countdown, Giant Rat. The interesting thing with Monk Fighter is that it doesn't make battle damage. So your opponent, if it attacks into the Monk Fighter, you don't take battle damage. So you can sit on an attack position Monk Fighter. Unfortunately, Chusuke is just a vanilla, so you do have to worry about battle damage with that. But, okay. So is my opponent just playing an FTK? Which, if they are, I mean, fine. That is something that you have to be aware of. FTKs exist like library FTK. Fortunately for us, they are going through their toon tables. No, he gets Toon Cannon Soldier, and typically library FTK is going to be playing the Toon World. He just puts the Toon Cannon Soldier into attack position and ends his turn. I think we are going to... definitely activate Final Countdown, because why wouldn't you? Put that off. And then I think we're going to upstart. Get Jar of Greed. Graceful Charity. Judgment, Level Limit Area B, Pot of Greed. I think we'll get rid of a Chusuke and probably Jar of Greed. Activate the Pot of Greed. Getting another Giant Rat and another Skill Drain. That's unfortunate. But we'll then summon the Giant Rat. Attack into Toon Cannon Soldier. And summon ourselves a Monk Fighter. Then set Skill Drain. Judgment. Activate Area B. End phase, 1 out of 20. He does have a Light and Dark Engrave now. So he could attempt to summon a Chaos Monster and try to banish the Monk Fighter. We do have to remember that the only monster you can have on the field is Chusuke Monk Fighter in order to activate the Lone Wolf. So here comes a Chaos Monster. It will be in defense position because of the Area B. And we'll activate Skill Drain. He then Lightning Vortexes. Okay. Fine by me. I really don't need the Monk Fighter right now. We're just trying to basically stall out. 2 out of 20. We get another Giant Rat. We will normal summon. It will go to defense. And 3. He sets a monster. Passes. We draw a Jar of Greed. I like seeing that. We'll set the Jar of Greed. And I apologize for not the most thrilling gameplay, but at the same time, you guys know me. Like, I'm not here for thrilling good decks with back and forth. I'm here for memes. I want to become the meme myself. The meme machine, one might say. And we are on our way. That's 6. We draw Magic Jammer. I like that draw. We'll activate Jar of Greed. Getting Swords of Revealing Light. Set Magic Jammer. And pass our turn. Apologies for my phone going off. Alright, so we're at 7 turns on Final Countdown. Approaching halfway. Tribute the Skilled Dark Magician to summon a Thunder Dragon. Putting another Light and Dark Engrave. Okay, so that was, well, not even for hand size. We get Gravity Bind. We'll set it. 9. No lone wolves yet, which is a little unfortunate. What was I going to talk about today? I feel like I had something when I was driving to work that I was like, this is what I want to talk about. Oh, love. And it was not just specifically like love in terms of, oh, like you love your family or your spouse or your children. I mean, everyone, that goes without saying. And unfortunately, obviously, in today's unfortunate world and different circumstances for different people, sometimes people, I don't want to say, unfortunately, don't love their parents or love like everyone in their family. It can be very tough sometimes, you know. Me and my girlfriend, the way we say is, we always love our family, we don't always like them. Sometimes people piss you off. It just happens. My sister and I are like complete opposites. She's older than me by a few years. Tributes a DD Warrior Lady and the Thunder Dragon for DMOC? For something to set. That's 12. We get a Chusuke. We'll keep the Chusuke. 13. But we're complete opposites, and, you know, I always will love her. She is my sister. We are binded by blood forever. We don't always like each other, and that's fine. But what I really want to talk about with love is the idea of just, I guess I consider myself, like, you know, I do wear a cross around my neck every day. I would consider myself Christian. I don't actively go to church every Sunday. Some people, including some of my very close friends, would criticize me for that, saying that that makes me not a true Christian. But I believe it's more about the practice than it is, like the practice every day, than it is going to church. I just have found my personal belief, and this is just the churches around me where I'm at. They don't represent what I believe should be the values. Did I gain for both upstarts? I gained 1,000. I don't know if I gained another. Did I gain 1,000? I don't even care, to be honest. There's our own upstart. We'll pass 17. I think we have this game, to be honest. But the long story short is, I think it is important to love everyone. I think that there's not enough love in this world, and loving someone who you disagree with, who, quote-unquote, your enemy, which I don't like that. I don't view people as enemies. I think we're all humans, but there are people who don't always want the best for you. And that's also just something to even talk about, is what is... Okay, so he is playing Library FTK, interesting. But what is the best for someone? Card destruction, okay. So... think. Dude. Well, yeah, I mean, I think I will negate the card destruction. I mean, I'll get free knowledge. Also frees up a space. What was I even talking about now? I got distracted because of this. We have Magic Jammer, Bind. Okay, so we can get rid of Bind and we'll keep... Actually, it's interesting. He's playing Royal Magical Library and Chaos Sorcerers. What is this deck? This is very interesting. Still have the Judgment. And Royal Command. Okay. 18. We got another final countdown. What was I talking about? Enemies and loving. Oh, what is good for people? And that's something that will, I think, always be debated. You know, what is the best for someone? And I think that's just something that it's a moral question that I don't know if it'll ever actually be answered. I think because it's going to be the final turn next turn. 19. And so we win if he doesn't win this turn, which is why we set the Chusuke, just because it's more... you know, I guess he Nobleman across outs it. Maybe we should have summoned it, but doesn't really matter. Alright. Cursed Seal, the Forbidden Spell. Let's bring in Magic Drains. And my opponent quit. We got a match win with the Chusuke! Yeah! Okay, I think we'll do one more match. At the very least. Admittedly, it's not a deck that I think I can just play for like 45 minutes straight and just do like 8 matches. You know, you guys get the gist of what it's trying to do. I can only pass turn and type in a number so many times before you guys turn off the video, and I don't blame you. Opening hand, Upstart Goblin, Jar of Greed, Giant Rat, Final Countdown, Gravity Bind. So, I think, long story short, I don't even know where I was at. You know, my mind's going a million different directions, trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, trying to talk about love and enemies and so much. Just put some love out into the world. It's easier said than done. You know, I can sit here behind a computer screen playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Making my opponents hate me because I'm playing Chusuke the Mouse Fighter, Final Countdown, Lone Wolf, which we didn't even see the Lone Wolf, which is unfortunate. But I do think that it is important to practice just acceptance of people. At the very least, understand that we are all human beings and we're going through pretty much the same stuff, you know, on a day-to-day basis. Maybe not. In the grand scheme of life, we all have grief, we all have hate that we will feel. Okay, we draw Chusuke, that's pretty good. We'll Upstart Goblin. Get a Solemn Judgment. Activate Final Countdown. Summon Giant Rat, set Bind, set Jar, set Judgment, pass our turn. And 1. And yeah, so, you know, if you are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With a friend or at a locals or whatever, and someone pulls out Chusuke the Mouse Fighter, or Library FTK, or whatever it might be, I'd say practice the idea of loving them, you know. And obviously it's easy. I think when we're all playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We're all friends. But someone that you might not like in your life, I'm not saying you need to go and grab a beer with them and hang out and become best friends. But just accept that, you know, maybe they're going through something. And for the most part, they're probably going through something very similar to you. And I'm sure it's my girlfriend calling me. Why does she only ever call when I am recording? Apologies, it was the girlfriend, and just needed to make sure that everything was okay. That is fine. He flips Gravekeeper Spino. Great. Very big apologies, but good news is we can renew our lease, which I guess I will share this. I don't think it's really too personal, but the homeowner, the owner of our apartment building, okay, so he's going to give us a Giant Rat. We give him Giant Rat, we get a Gravekeeper Spy. And we will take 200 because we want to make sure that we get this Gravekeeper Spy off the field. I suppose we could have maybe even set it to defense, and we'll activate Gravity Bind. That's turn 2. We will draw, get another Giant Rat, activate Jar of Greed, getting a Fake Trap. We'll summon our own Giant Rat. We can't attack, but we'll set Fake Trap, pass our turn, 3. This one is not going nearly as well as the last. Summoning the Giant Rat, though, so it cannot get Nobleman Cross-outed. Gets Magician of Faith. Ooh, that's good, except we have the Fake Trap that we just drew, because he's going to get back Heavy Storm. Probably play the Heavy. And we protect our Gravity Bind with the Fake Trap. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to be stopping that Magician of Faith. Like, we need a judgment right here. Four. Come on. Powerful draw. Skill Drain will do it. We will turn this to defense, because why not? 5. Unless he has MST or Dust. The idea is creating a lock. I mean, when you're playing a deck like this, you have to think like, Chaos is what you're going to be running into most of the time. And this was my logic creating this deck. If you're going to be running into Chaos, how do you stop Chaos? The best way to do so is things like Skill Drain. Stopping, Magician of Faith. Like, we have to be able to stop, you have to stop all the spells. Heavy Storm, MST. Everyone. Alright. He already has Light and Dark and Grave. I suppose we can summon the Chusuke and try to attack over this Magician of Faith. Not that battle damage is how we're going to be winning, but just get off the field in case he draws an MST and then he has a Tsukiyomi. Also, 6 from last turn. Alright. And we will 7. So, the way I remember, too, is my opponent's turn will always be the even turn, since I start with, like, the turn I activate, so. Alright, he flips the Magician of Faith to defense. 8. Set Jar of Greed. Pass. 9. 10. Get the Lone Wolf. No! Get Upstart. Use Upstart. Get Magic Jammer. That's pretty good. We'll set the Magic Jammer. Pass our turn. 11. And yeah, so Breaker's turned off. Heavy Storm's gone. $12. We get a Monk Fighter. But unfortunately, Lone Wolf Monk Fighter's not going to work. So, pass our turn. 13. We want, like, Judgments and Magic Jammers, or False Traps, or Fake Traps. And that's why we needed... What's he going to get rid of? Does hit the Skill Drain. Unfortunately, can't negate with Magic Jammer. If that was Fake Trap, would have been better. Flips to Koichi. Is that another Tsukiyomi? It has to be like a Tsukiyomi or a Faith. Because he did clog his board. We're going to have to negate that. We'll discard our second Gravity Bind. $14. Another final countdown. Set Lone Wolf. Pass our turn. 15. 16. Suppose we'll summon the Monk Fighter. 17. Just in case, for whatever reason, the Giant Rat feels like a smashing ground or something weird. I don't know. Kind of turns the Lone Wolf on. But he has like 3 turns to find MST, another nobleman. Like, he needs to clear his board. Tributes Giant Rat and Gravekeeper's Spy. Unfortunately, that's gonna be okay. Summons Demok. Gets heavy. Activates heavy. Lone Wolf and Gravity Bind go to the graveyard. As always, tell me what decks you want to see in the future. I know people want me to play some Ojama Edison, which, I was cooking it up. It's just tough. Like, I want to do a pure Ojama deck, or mostly pure, but it's a lot easier said than done. 14. Yeah, okay, so. Yeah, that's game. Okay. What's gonna be the best play here? Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell really is there just to, like, negate the Heavy Storm, but I think Prohibition, I think Magic Drain might even be better than, like, Heart of Clear Waters. We're just going to go in and see how it goes. Yeah, let me know too. There's a question, but do you guys want to see? I know I posted a hat content. When I first came back to the channel, I was posting a little more Edison. Then I kind of went back to GOAT, and I fell back in love with GOAT, because GOAT just is the GOAT. Way better than any other format. But if you guys want to see some Edison content, I know obviously it is blown up. It is very popular now. I want to play some XYZs. XYZ Dragon. I know I've already made a video with it, but it is a fun deck. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. You know, I'm just here to play, and for the most part, I have fun playing whatever, so as long as it's pretty memey, I don't mind playing it. But I want you guys to want to see it. Okay, so right away, we're in a decent position because we have the final countdown. Why'd I type it there? 2000. Okay, there we go. 5 minutes later, we get Magic Drain from Upstart. And we will, unfortunately, summon Monk Fighter, set Magic Drain, set Magic Jammer, set Fake Trap. Wish we had the Lone Wolf, and that's 1. Very important to keep track of the turns. Discards Thunder Dragon. We will likely, if he's to follow it up with a Graceful Charity or a Pot of Greed, end up using the Magic Drain. So we have Magic Jammer in case he has a Heavy Storm or something along those lines. We will activate the Magic Drain to the Pot of Greed. Okay, so Pot of Greed just goes away. He chooses not to discard a spell. Summons Tribe Infecting Virus. Discards Thunder Dragon, pops the Monk Fighter. We'll take 1600. Unfortunate. We get another Magic Jammer. We'll just pass our turn. There's really nothing. This hand, we need a Lone Wolf, and I don't even know if Lone Wolf would do it right now. Can't remember. Does Lone Wolf stop all destruction, or is it just the targeting? I literally am the one who made the deck, and I'm telling you guys about the deck, and I'm spacing out on what it can do. I don't know if it can stop Tribe Infecting Iris. I think that might be one of the ways. There's, like, usually only a few cards in people's decks that, when you have your lock, can actually stop it. And that's what I was thinking about. I know I was talking about earlier. I thought about, if I have this lock, like Skill Drain, Lone Wolf, and one of the monsters on the board, what are the cards that can actually stop me from making my game plan happen? Unfortunately, 16 would leave us at 12, and I suppose it would still be just enough. Yeah, we'll pass our turn and just hope that he doesn't summon another monster. We have no battle tricks at the moment. Alright, so Lone Wolf, Lone Wolf, Lone Wolf, Lone Wolf, Lone Wolf. Oh, also I've been... what turn is this? We've taken 1,600 times 3. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the first 1,600 was turn 2. The second 1,600 was turn 4. 6. We get a fake trap. That's not going to do it. End turn. 7. You know, I mean, you need all the spell and trap negates because you need to protect your stuff. We needed Lone Wolf. It's going to be the draw right after. Gets Magician of Faith. Yeah, I mean, we can't negate. Gets Pot of Greed. Yeah, if we had flipped Skill Drain, then we would just be dead to the Tribe Infecting Virus attack. That's unfortunately fine. We'll let him Pot of Greed. And almost certainly going to be the end of this duel, this turn. Fortunately, though, I mean, yeah, so Monk Fighter will die, but we don't take battle damage. And then we'll take 300. That does turn off the Skill Drain, which is very unfortunate. Setting a bunch of back row, that's turn 8. And GG's. Needed this earlier. Yeah, so no, it actually... LOL. Thanks. Have a good one. Yeah, so you guys saw the deck. I'm not going to play another one with it. Like, I just don't think that this video is going to have, you know, much viewer attention, to be honest. Not that I care about it much, but, like, you guys see it. You understand the concept. I think it's funny. I think it, like, you enjoy going to locals with very silly decks. I think this could be something fun that your opponents will laugh at, and you guys can all have a good time if you don't care about winning. I don't think it really deserves any more than that. If you ever took this to a serious tournament, I think you should probably go and check yourself. But if you enjoyed the silly deck, then like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. You guys know it's YouTube. It's only been around since 2007. Let me know what you want me to play in the future. I'm the YuGiOh Scrub, and goodbye.